The International Monetary Fund gave an appraisal of Nigeria's economy after the conclusion of the Article 4 consultation mission they held in Nigeria with Nigerian officials. In a statement they released, they said that despite the fact that the government has made important steps, the benefits are yet to reach many Nigerians. According to them, the gains have yet to benefit all Nigerians as poverty and food insecurity remain high. This is a damning verdict that should shake the government back to reality instead of using propaganda to project to Nigerians that all is well, but the reality continues to stare everyone in the face.
The International Monetary Fund, IMF, has spoken, and its latest reports on Nigeria's economy should be a wake-up call for both the government and the Nigerian people. Despite their claims of economic progress, poverty and food insecurity remain widespread. The government may continue pushing a narrative of success, but the reality is far different for most Nigerians. So what's really going on? Let's find out. Welcome to another edition of Let's Talk Politics on Niger Anchor News. So, over the years, the IMF has repeatedly pushed for policies like removing fuel subsidies and increasing taxes. And this administration has swallowed all of it, hook, line, and sinker. But instead of lifting Nigerians out of poverty, these policies have only deepened the crisis. Take the removal of the petrol subsidy, for instance. With unreliable electricity and sky-high fuel prices, the government is essentially strangling the local economy. Multinational companies are pulling out and industries are struggling to survive. Could it be that these reforms, despite being encouraged by international financial bodies, are simply not suited for Nigeria's current situation? Because if electricity is unreliable and fuel prices keep climbing, how can we expect local industries to thrive? Should the government focus more on creating a stable industrial base before going ahead with these tough reforms? Yet, when you look at countries like Germany and the UK, the approach is completely different. They subsidize energy to protect their industries, workers, and economy. So why is it that Nigeria, where basic infrastructure is lacking, must suffer under austerity policies that make things worse for the average citizen? The IMF's advice, while seemingly rational in theory, often ignores the complex realities of Nigeria's economy. But why aren't they advising the government to start with cutting the cost of governance? Why does Nigeria need over 50 ministers all traveling in convoys while the country's infrastructure crumbles? If the money wasted on lavish expenses were redirected into solving Nigeria's energy crisis, could that be the first step toward recovery? As Nigeria borrows billions of dollars for programs that rarely translate into real change, it's clear that the real problem isn't just the policies, it's the lack of accountability. Because the IMF, alongside local leaders, has pushed Nigeria into a corner. But is this the kind of future Nigerians deserve? The IMF and Western institutions may have their say, but the real question is, why are they so invested in keeping Africa in perpetual debt? Why are they pushing policies that harm local industries, force the population into deeper poverty, and keep the government's focus away from necessary reforms? These are questions we should ask. I know we've asked a lot of questions, but what is the way out right now? That should be the question we should be asking. From this angle, I would say that Nigerians or Africa as a whole should go back to their roots. Yes, we need money to fund this and that, but where has all the money we've been borrowing over the years taken us to? Rather, we are accruing more debts to ourselves. So it's better we return to our natural resources. We are blessed with natural resources. Our problem is we don't know how to use what we have. Nigeria possesses a wide array of natural resources beyond petroleum, including minerals like gold, iron ore, coal, bitumen, and limestone, which offer potential for economic diversification and sustainable development through mining. The government has identified these minerals as strategic and is promoting their development, including creating domestic demand for coal and supporting the local steel industry to utilize iron ore. So if we have well-functioning and active refineries to process these products, we'll be better off than we are. Look at the IMF giving advices here and making policies and not helping matters either. Rather, they are extorting and imposing policies on us that are taking us back. Look at the removal of the fuel subsidy, for instance. It made things even worse for us. So let's make use of what we have so we don't take our own products somewhere to pay for refining. The cost will be outrageous. Think about it. And let's hear what you have to say in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to Niger Anchor News for more editions of Let's Talk Politics and other politically related matters.